and welcome to our viewers for the ultimate and last game of the day. Pretoria Titans versus Soweto. Whoever wins this will place fourth and go through to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning. So huge stakes on the line. Soweto having an absolutely fantastic game yesterday against Sporting. Pretoria Titans looking good, just struggling in the last chucker mainly. Let's see who will come away with the victory and claim that last spot in the quarterfinals. Matthew Niza with the ball, plays it into Jacques Erasmus. Jacques just getting a normal foul. Ball goes over to Ferdy Low. Jordan Elliott stealing the ball from Ferdy. Soweto on the attack. Gareth Pratt just moving up slowly. Ball goes in, a little bit of an ambitious pass from Reece Lomax to Kier, who was not facing him. Pretoria Titans back on the ball. Both teams having their first attacks with absolutely no shot. William Fairhurst driving through, Ferdy Low open on the right. Matthew Niza lining up, comes out to his costume, plays a great pass into Jacques. Jacques fumbling, turning dark, and winning the exclusion. Man up for Pretoria Titans. Ball goes out to Josh Schmidt. Byron putting up his hand, calling for the ball, but is marked behind by Reece. And fantastic save from Mr. Tembu Mtembu in the goals. Keeps his team a clean sheet so far. 2 meter now for Pretoria. New attack. Still man up. Player hasn't been called in yet. Ferdy Low rockets one in near corner, giving his team the lead 1-0 to Pretoria Titans. Kira Rashidi with the restart. Out to Reece Lomax. And to our listeners, I am going to hand over to Mr. Blaine Spitzold, who just had a fantastic game for Tridents, winning that one. Blaine, here we go.
Thank you so much, Miguel, for covering the beginning of that game for me. I still had to get my Speedo off and put on some adequate and sufficient coverage here, so I may sit next to the commentary booth and actually look decent. Just there, I believe we have earned a penalty by number 8, Max Gerasimov there against, I believe it was Mr. Niza in the number 4 cap for the Pretoria Titans. So we've got Mr. Gary Pratt up here to take his penalty. Let's see if he can bring the scores level. And he can. He beats the goalkeeper there in the bottom left-hand side finish. Unfortunately, nothing goalkeeper there, Brent van Dijk, can do about that. And the scores are level at 1 goal apiece. Byron Reese-Gibbs, Joshua Schmidt, Niza creating a screen here on the perimeter. Big splashy splash going on with Gerasimov there. Pulling the ball back. Steve Tudhope, the ref on the side, allowing things to go. Josh Schmidt working dangerously. Byron Reese-Gibbs giving him the ball. Niza working hard there on the second hole. Rocking off. He still has the ball, and he's tucked the ball there into the bottom left-hand corner, beating goalkeeper Tembu Mtembu with a great composed finish there from the young shooter there, Matthew Niza. What a great finish. Good combination there. Good combination work there from Joshua Schmidt and Niza to combine and create that chance. We have got a substitution coming into the pool. Nicholas Poole has jumped in. Joshua Schmidt is taking a break. So the Pretoria Titans have extended their lead to 2 goals to 1. Let's see how the Soweto side can respond. The ball back there to player Reece Lomax, number 4 for Soweto. Gary Proud working hard on the left-hand side up against William Fairhurst. Gary initiating a drive there, William showing hands. Ball to the right-hand side here with number 7, Tebogo Modise, looking for a lofted ball into the hole there, but Byron Rees-Gibbs says, not today, son. That ball is all mine. Nicholas Poole carrying the ball up on the left-hand side, giving it over to the right with William Fairhurst, looking to see if somebody's open all the way up on the 2. Good vision and awareness from that young man to make sure you've got to look to not kill a counter-attack. William Fairhurst allowed a lot of space here on the right-hand side. He's going to take his water. He's not being pressed here by Mr. Elliott, the UK player. Nicholas Poole on the top here. He's got a rifle. Ball into the hole here for number 5. And he slots it. Mr. Byron Rees-Gibbs puts himself on the score sheet. Great work from the big man there. He gets the second hole with a drop, holds that ball up in the King Cobra grip and turns the centre back and finishes comfortably into the goal. What a great goal there from Byron Rees-Gibbs, one of South Africa's international players. And we're off here again. Soweto in possession, playing the ball back there to Tebogo Modise. Into the hole goes Andile Glonwana, going to take on Matthew Collins in the hole. Gary Prout looking for some options here on the perimeter. Jordan Elliott working very, very hard against Ferdy Lowe. Ferdy Lowe showing hands. Only a foul called there from referee Steve Tudhope. Elliott looking a bit disappointed, playing the ball back out there to Gary Prout. Those two have been combining all tournament. A 1-2 quickly, and Elliott turns low, and he composes himself, plays the ball to the middle there with Andile, and a shot that goes into the hands of Brent van Dijk. What a great save there from 2 meters. Incredible goalkeeping work there, but unfortunately nothing comes for that chance for Soweto. Very well played. Good vision there from Mr. Elliott to look across the goal and see that the centre-back who was marking Andile decided to crash onto him. Great teamwork here. Ferdy Lowe afforded a lot of space by Gary Prout, playing Fairhurst on the right. One big balk. He goes in towards the middle here. He's turned Gary Prout and earned himself a penalty. Very well done by Mr. Fairhurst to attack that front water. We have got Nardis's brother here, Jakes Badenhorst, in the hole. What an absolute unit of a man. He is the left-handed brother, and we now have Mr. Niza to take this penalty. Already on 1 goal and a major to his name, but he's only had 1 shot and he's on 1 goal, so 100% conversion rate. Let's make that 50% conversion rate. He bounces that ball well over the crossbar. Nothing to challenge Temba there in goal. So the score remains at 3-1. Temba finds Gary Prout on the left-hand side, who's found Reese Lomax carrying it up here on the right. Ferdy has dropped down to help Nicholas Poole in the hole there against Andile Glonwana. And we've had a shot from deep here coming from Reese Lomax, which has bounced cross cage and hit the crossbar and come down. What a rifle that is from such a great distance. Incredible shot there from that young man to get his first goal of the game, bringing the difference of goals down to 1, with the Pretoria Titans leading the score 3-2. And Jakes Badenhorst plays the ball back there to Matthew Collins on the ball, moving it to the right there. Very good work there from Gary Prout. Gary Prout driving hard at the hole, stealing that ball from Ronan Peering. We have got Reese Lomax, our recent goal scorer, coming up here in the middle. Number 8 there for the Pretoria Titans, trying to close him in, Nicholas Pope. And Gary tucks that there into the right-hand corner, beating both the blocker Ronan Peering and goalkeeper Brent van Dijk. Another goal there for Gary Prout. The scores have now been tied at 3 goals apiece. What a game of water polo we have here to witness today at the 2nd annual Gauteng Invitational Water Polo Tournament, hosted here at St. David's Maristananda, brought to you by ItsHappening.Africa. The ball moves on to the right-hand side there with Ronan Peering. Niza has made himself a chance here. You can't give this man space. Ball on the hand here. He's looked for another turn. Played the ball to the left-hand side there. The referee has called. He is inside the 2 meter there. Unfortunately for Mr. Sebastian Niza, another Niza brother participating in this tournament. I believe there are 4 of them. There's Julian, Matthew, Jamie, and Sebastian. There may be 5, I'm not sure. I've been informed there may be 5, but I don't have that name on the top of my head here. So we have got the ball with Shapiro on the perimeter here up against the other Niza, number 4. Playing that ball quickly there into Reese Lomax. Looking to work here against Matthew Collins, getting a foul inside the 5. The ball looking for Kira Rashidi in the hole there, but number 7, Ronan Peering, working very hard. Luke Allen taking the ball away there, number 2 for the Pretoria Titans. Kia Rashidi there was expecting a bit more from the ref, and everyone stopped playing there and started watching the referee. Not the most mature decision to make, but it is the decision that was made in that game. Number 13 there looking to open his angle onto the left-hand side here with Matthew Niza showing us his Kozi, but that pass is a bit loose there, only landing in the possession of Max Gerasimov there, giving the ball back to Temba Mtembu, who's looking now for a fetch on the right-hand side with Reese Lomax. Reese not being pressurized here. He's got time and space, giving the ball to Gary. Jake's Barnos here opting to play the roach technique here. Gary's going to come back and cover him. So you've got to hope that the Soweto side don't take their shot too early and give Jake's the chance there. Elliot here giving us a big show of the Kozi, a rifled shot that hits the crossbar and comes back. He played a 1-2 with himself there off the crossbar. Pretty awesome when that happens. So he won possession back, gave the ball to the left-hand side with Gerasimov. The 20 seconds has reset. Gerasimov looking for some options here. Elliot working hard in the hole here up against number 13, earning himself an extra man for Soweto. The man in trouble there for the Pretoria side is Sebastian Niza being sent to the corner. The ball is moved to the left-hand side there with Jared Shapiro looking onto the right here to find Elliot. Back to the left-hand side with Gerasimov. One big book and sends that ball to the stadium. Unfortunately, he did not even manage to hit the frame there. Very unfortunately for Max Gerasimov. He won't be too excited if he comes back and watches the highlight reel for that. But now Brent van Dijk on the ball looking for some options further up the pool. We've got the ball here to Niza. Josh Schmidt swimming straight down here to the left-hand wing. He's creating a 2-on-1 situation here against Reese Lomax. Niza's going to be dangerous here. Give the ball probably to Schmidt on the hand. He's decided not to. Giving it to Luke Allen on the right-hand side, who's found Niza again. One big book, looking for a shot into the arm of Temba Mtembu, who makes a big save, and the ball is recovered there by Reese Lomax. The long pass there coming, and here we've got Mr. Jordan Elliott here from the UK with a 1-on-1. He has also sent that ball well over the crossbar. Brent van Dijk making a big presence of himself in goal there, intimidating the shooters perhaps to not hit the frame. So the score remains at 3 goals apiece with 1 minute left in this first chukka. A long pass from Brent van Dijk finding Mr. Collins there, I believe it is on the right-hand side. Matthew Collins finding Joshua Schmidt. One big book back to Collins on the right-hand side. Back to Schmitty, looking for a ball into Mr. Barnos, but that ball is a bit sloppy there. We've got a drop from Mr. Elliott and Gary Prout on his back, and that ball was in the air, so very easy for the defenders there to win the ball. Elliott giving the ball here on the right-hand side to Mr. Dr. Abela, looking for some options. We've got Kia Rashidi working hard and hole, but that pass from Doctor lands only in the hands of Luke Allen, who's made a long pass up here, which also hasn't found the possession of Niza, landing in the hands of the UK travelling player, Mr. Jordan Elliott. The ball has come back up on the left-hand side here with Gary Prout. Kia Rashidi looking for a big rock off there, getting space off of Luke Allen, but his slingshot goes right of the upright. Once again, not troubling Brent van Dijk, who's found Matthew Niza here on the left-hand side. Let's see if Mr. Niza and Joshua Schmidt can combine again. They've made themselves quite the lethal force on the left-hand side. Niza coming up nice and high, again finding the arm of Temba Mtembu. What a presence he is in goal. And with that, we come to the end of the first chukka here at the second annual Gauteng Invitational, hosted here at St. David's Maristananda. We have just seen the end of the first chukka between the Pretoria Titans and the Soweto side, with the chukka coming to an end with a score of 3 goals apiece. See you again in the second chukka. All right, and we are back here with the second chukker between the clash here of the Pretoria Titans and the Soweto men's side. We have got Ferdy Low swimming for possession here, uncontested by the Soweto side. So Ferdy wins that possession, and Byron Rees-Gibbs has received the ball from his swimmer on the right-hand side. We have got the ball over here with Mr. Niza on the left, over to Fairhurst, both Pretoria boys alumni. We've created a little screen on the left-hand side here. We've got Mr. Jacques on the left here, pulled a second hole with Josh Schmidt working in here. Reese Lomax holding there, Jacques, but not enough here from Jacques Erasmus. Mr. Erasmus earning the foul there inside the 5. Playing Mr. Schmidt in the hole, but it's been a reversal there against Mr. Elliott. Referee Steve Tudhope calling a push-off there. So possession now in favour of the Soweto side. A long pass coming there from Tembo Mtembu, and that ball has landed in 50-50 zone, and at first, Ferdy Low had possession, and then it was lost by him, and Gary Prout recovered the ball on the right here with Jared Shapiro. And we have had a reversal there against the Soweto side, Andile Dlonwana, for pushing off against Byron Rees-Gibbs. And Byron Rees-Gibbs is now on his counter-attack up the centre of the pool. So if Byron Rees-Gibbs decides to continue up the pool, he will have extra man, but he is called back by coach Ndele Matukane to come back and cover, and they're rather going to play 5-on-5. Niza here afforded a bit of space in the open. You can't do that. This man can punish you from anywhere. The ball's gone to the left-hand side for Fairhurst, but that ball does not land on his hand, and Reese Lomax recovers that ball. The ball going now to the left-hand side with Mr. Prout driving hard. The Soweto side have got an extra man on the right-hand side. We've got a drive coming in from Mr. Shapiro. This man's also got a rocket on him. So let's see if he is able to finish this. Niza working hard to cover. A ball up in the air and a comfortable finish under the arm of Brent van Dyke there. Great goal for Jared Shapiro there, getting his first goal of the game. The score now stands at 4-3. Gary Prout currently leading the goal scoring in this game with 2 goals to his name. Other goal scorers for the Pretoria side there being Matthew Niza, Byron Rees-Gibbs and Ferdy Low, numbers 4, 5 and 6. Scoring for the Pretoria Titans, the Soweto side now leading by 4 goals to 3, with goals from Reese Lomax, 2 goals by Gary Prout and 1 goal from Jared Shapiro, the most recent. The ball to the right-hand side for Mr. Fairhurst, finding Mr. Schmidt, both having recently represented South Africa there in the EU Nations Tournament. The ball has moved to the right-hand side for Ferdy Low. Joshua Schmidt reversed there for a kickoff against Mr. Lomax. Both Saints Boys alumni there, St. Stithians Boys College, that is. Ferdy Low leaving the ball there behind him. Jordan Elliott swimming hard to recover possession for his side. He's seen Max Gerasimov up on the left-hand side of the pool, who is driving hard. Andile Dlonwana is going to want to move out the way here to free up the shooting angle for Mr. Gerasimov. And Mr. Gerasimov's gone for a quick push shot. What an intelligent finish. Brent van Dyke could do nothing there. He was not ready for that push shot. Of course, the push shot has become a little bit outdated in this water polo game, but nonetheless, it is still super effective. Of course, that becoming a little outdated now with the chance of just raising the ball in the air, allowing yourself to possibly win a penalty and a major on another player. So the game does always change and evolve, but here Mr. Gerasimov still showing you, don't forget that we still can push out the goalkeeper there, caught completely unaware. The goal tally now the goal lead extended now for the Soweto side to 2 goals, 5 goals to 3 we stand at. A loose pass coming in there from number 14 for the Pretoria Titans, Alex Kalbrick. The ball landing in possession there of Kier Rashidi. Ball given back now to Jordan Elliott, who's carrying the ball slowly up to the left-hand side. Pretoria Titans are man up here on D. We have got number 9, Dumisani Nyati moving up on the left-hand side. They're looking for a ball. Fairhurst has opted to press him. Elliott's moved the ball to the right-hand side. We've got the two Saints alumni here wrestling against each other. Reese Lomax winning the foul there against Joshua Schmidt. He's gone for a shot from deep and he's hit the uprights. He slotted one of those earlier on in this game. That was so close. That ball has bounced off the post and landed in possession of number 7 there, Tebogo Modise, who looked to play the Twin Towers move there and try and set up Kier Rashidi on the left post. Unfortunately, the call was inside the 2 meter, so a reversal there awarded in favor of the Pretoria Titans, getting away from the score deficit being 3 goals. So we still stand here at a 2-goal lead for the Soweto side. They're looking to make some options here, giving the ball to the right with Fairhurst, who's opted for a shot there and caught the goalkeeper Tembo Mtembu napping, who's apologizing to his team as Fairhurst slotted that into the bottom left-hand corner from the right wing. decreasing the deficit to 1 goal. The score now stands at 5-4 in favor of the Soweto side. We still, of course, have 5 minutes to go in these 8-minute stop-start chukkers, so we know how long these games are. Of course, there are still another 2 chukkers after that, so a very long while of water polo left to play in this game. It's great to see games that are so tightly contested at this level and makes for such great entertainment. We've got Reese Lomax up against Joshua Schmidt again, and we've got Gary Prout here working up against Nick Poole on the right wing, looking to play the ball into the hole there with Kia Rashidi. Byron Reese-Gibbs is strong, and he's made it take a stroke on the inside there, and 1 possession there against Kia Rashidi. Well done, Byron Reese-Gibbs, an absolute unit of a man. He is. A ball there from Brent van Dijk finding Fairhurst's possession, who uses his hand as a visor because this glare is unreal. But he has now gone towards the attack. Ferdy Lowe following him in there on the right-hand side. If this ball lands in the possession of Ferdy Lowe, we could have a goal. We have 2 people cramping each other in the centre for Pretoria Titans. Nick Poole is free on the left-hand side if Fairhurst sees him. This man has pinpoint accuracy, and a big save coming in there from Tembo Mtembu. What a good save from that young man. Unfortunately, Nick Poole not able to get himself on the score sheets. Mr. Shapiro away here on the left-hand side. Again, for the Soweto side, we are seeing Rashidi up against Reese-Gibbs again. Rashidi on the half turn. Byron Reese-Gibbs showing 1 hand. He is so heavy, so difficult to move, that young man. Nick Poole there after a foul playing the ball. A little silly decision there made by that young man, so he is sent to the sin bin for 20 seconds. Reese Lomax looking for a bounce shot, but this time we have Brent van Dijk making a huge presence of himself in that goal and putting that out for a 2-meter in favor of the Soweto side. The score stays at 5-4. Reese Lomax almost caught Brent van Dijk napping there. Unfortunately, only found the upright there. Very sneaky shot from him. Of course, you can play yourself from the 2-meter and shoot. Shapiro working in now, looking here to the right wing. Byron Reese-Gibbs, great awareness there to get fingertips on that and prevent Rashidi from getting in there on that back post. Great intercept there by Byron Reese-Gibbs. Luke Allen here in the pool, finding the ball to the right-hand side with Mr. Fairhurst carrying up. Luke Allen here providing an assist on the left-hand side. The ball is going to go back to him now. He has got time, and he has got space, and he has a cannon. But unfortunately, Ferdy Lowe too hard on his hold there on the defender, so a reversal awarded against him. I believe it may have been for holding the wrist of Reese Lomax. Unfortunately, he can't believe that the ref would have seen that, but I think a good flail technique was implemented there by Reese Lomax to show he was being held. Referee Steve Tudhope blowing in favor of Reese Lomax there. A lob pass there from Lomax into Gary Prout, who's looking to attack that front water. He didn't try and turn Mr. Schmidt there. He opted for the first-time shot and bounced that ball off the upright. And Jake's here on the ball. The left-handed Badenhorst on his way up the pool. This man can shoot from far, he can shoot from close, he can rock you into another province. What a unit this man is. He's looking here for some options, trying to play a sneaky ball into the hole to find Ferdy Lowe, but a very effective drop there coming in for the Soweto side, and they come away with the ball. We've got Shapiro once again coming up here on attack. Oh, what a great pass there to Mr. Prout, and we've got hands shown by Niza, but unfortunately a bit too late there to the referee's liking. So a penalty being awarded here against Niza, getting his second major of the game. He's going to have to be careful if he wants to see the final whistle. So we're going to have, I believe it is Gary Prout up again to see if he can extend his goal scoring tally to 3 goals. Here with a penalty, we have got the big goalkeeping presence of Brent van Dijk in goal. He's going to make himself huge, and he has done so successfully. Gary Prout's bounce shot for that penalty, only finding the upright. Goalkeepers love the frame of the goal. That is a whole extra defender. We all know this. Here we've got Mr. Niza now attacking up here through the left-hand side, showing us his Kosi. Sneaky ball into the hole there with the unit of Jakes Badenhorst. A big book bringing all the hands up there of the defenders and slotting it into the top right-hand corner. So difficult to actually get your hands to mark a left-handed centre forward. It is very common for the centre forwards to be big men, but it is not common for a centre forward to be left-handed, and it is even more uncommon for a centre forward to be left-handed and the size of Jakes Badenhorst. He rocked Jordan Elliott there back and made himself some space and slotted into the top right-hand corner, putting these scores back level to 5 goals apiece. 2.5 minutes left here in the second chukker. The ball moved here to number 14, Dr. Nkabela. looking for some options here. We got some tussles. We got a Shapiro initiating a bit of a drive there. Gary Pratt working hard on the right wing, looking for a turn there on the Niza. He doesn't get the turn, but he plays the other way around and goes for a slingshot and puts that into the bottom right-hand corner. I don't think Mr. Van Dijk was ready for that finish. Gary Pratt, such a sneaky little player, that man. But of course, years and years of experience with him playing with OJ and the South African men's side. What a brilliant, skillful and difficult player to handle is Gary Pratt. Of course, helping here massively with the development of Soweto water polo. The ball there with Mr. Peering onto the left with Mr. Niza. We've got Collins working on the right-hand side here with number 13, the other Niza. Niza looking for a pass, but unfortunately, number 4 there, Reese Lomax, slamming that ball out, saying you're not going to get a pass past me unless you have put in some proper effort there. Great defensive awareness there from Mr. Lomax. The ball on the left here with Mr. Allen finding Niza. Go onto the right-hand side with Collins. Collins finding here Mr. Allen. Allen with a big balk, taking his central water here. We've got a bit of a tussle going on here between Jakes, Badenhorst in Hull up against Doc here, Mkabela. An extra man earned there by the left-hander Jakes. Badenhorst in Hull. Collins looking to the left-hand side. A loose pass coming in there to find number 7 of the Pretoria side, Mr. Peering, who's found the right-hand side there with Mr. Niza, setting up Collins. Collins rifles the ball into the bottom left-hand corner. What a great bounce shot that is from that man. What a finish there. Pretoria Titans leveling up the game again to 6 goals apiece. What a treat this game is turning out to be for us over here. Our leading goal scorer for the game is currently Gary Pratt, sitting on 3 goals here. We have 2 players in the pool currently sitting on 2 majors, one being Mr. Matthew Niza, one of Pretoria's main goal shooters. So he's going to hope to stay in the game here for the pool for the rest of the game. Yes, he's going to have to be a bit careful, perhaps call for a drop if he's in trouble. We have got a big clash coming up here between Mr. Elliott and Mr. Badenhorst there at centre forward, centre back position. Shapiro looking there to be a little sneaky there, give a little spinny lob. Unfortunately, that did nothing to Mr. Van Dijk as he sat where he was and caught that ball with 2 hands in front of his face. Mr. Collins there looking for a sneaky pass over the top to Niza, driving hard up the right-hand side of the pool. Mr. Gerasimov there excluded for a pullback on Mr. Allen. So the Pretoria Titans here. And a ball there into the hole for Jakes Badenhorst, who has a book and puts it into the top left-hand corner. An exchange happening here between Coach Nele Matukan and the referee, saying you cannot prevent our man from getting the ball while he's trying to play his extra man. A little bit caution should be exercised here, as Mr. Matukan has been warned here by the referee to be a bit more quiet, but we will see how this pans out. Hopefully the man is able to keep a level head. The game has here now started with 7 players in the pool for the Soweto side, so we have to restart again. Shapiro and Gerasimov opting to come out here, but they're telling Max to stay in the pool, and Shapiro is going to get out so we can resume play. Referee telling the players to go back to halfway so we can resume play properly. And Dile Tlonwana having made his way all the way down to the 2 meters, so it's a long swim when you've got to come back as you just started. We have got 48 seconds left of the second chukka here. What a fixture we have got our eyes on here. We've got 7 goals to 6 here in favor of the Pretoria Titans. The lead has been exchanged a few times in this game. Max Gerasimov there almost handling the ball with 2 hands. The referee saying, no, it's all good, don't worry. We find Gerasimov looking for Pratt on the top here, looking to turn Niza. Pratt has won the foul outside the 6. He's looking for a back shot from deep. He only found, I believe, the face of Mr. Niza. And a ball into the hole, very sneaky from Gerasimov. But Brent Van Dijk is an absolute wall there in goal, making sure his team can maintain the lead that they have earned. We've got a big counter-attack coming up the middle here with Peering, but we have got no fetch on the side here to get that ball to front water. Niza has got the ball now. Big foul coming in from Mr. Pratt. 11 seconds left on the clock. Playing himself here, going to attack the water. He wants to take the shot himself, it believes. And we have got 5 seconds left. A little ball into the hole there. Peering has turned, booked the ball, sunk Mr. Mtembu in goal and sunk that into the center of the goal. We have got a 2-goal lead here for the Pretoria Titans now at the end of the second chukka. 3 goals left. We may see an out-of-this-world finish here by one of the Soweto sides. My prediction here will be that Gary Prout will work to have this shot. Of course, we could also see a shot from Mr. Elliott or Mr. Gerasimov. All 3 of those players have absolute rifles. It is Gary Prout who has fired the ball down the center of the goal, not troubling Brent van Dijk there, and he keeps that ball in his possession. So the second chukka comes to an end with the Pretoria Titans leading the Soweto side by 8-6 here at the second annual Gauteng Invitational Water Polo Tournament hosted at St. David's Maristananda. We'll see you again in the third chukka. Thank you so much. And we are off here with the third chukka for the clash between the Pretoria Titans and the Soweto side. The first swim off there won by Mr. Poole against Mr. Shapiro. We have got the ball being brought up here with Mr. Peering. Collins playing on the right-hand side, getting a half turn there against Mr. Prout, playing for the steal. He is now sitting in the lane, waiting for a quick counter-attack. Fairhurst working hard there against Mr. Lomax on the second hole on the right wing. Playing for a turn here. No hands being shown, but the ball a bit out of range there to be called impeding there. A foul there earned by Mr. Fairhurst inside the 5. We have got 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and that pass was loose. And Mr. Erasmus there trying to recover. Unfortunately, Mr. Collins had started coming back to cover the Pretoria goal. And the pass from Fairhurst not finding a defender. Collins up here against Mr. Prout. And Collins trying hard not to be turned there. But Gary Prout says, okay, you're not going to let me turn you. Then make sure your hand is at least blocking. Because that corner, which was Collins' corner to block, did not have a hand in it. And Gary Prout found that bottom corner comfortably, extending his goal scoring tally to 4 goals in this game. What a performance from that man. The score now stands at 8-7 in favour of the Pretoria Titans. The ball moved from Mr. Peering to Mr. Lowe on the right-hand side. Gary Prout again playing for a steal. We've got a drive coming through from Peering. No cover coming in from the Soweto side. They've created a man-up here situation. The ball's going to the left-hand side here with Mr. Schmidt. He's got a big book, and he's bounced that ball into the arm of Themba Mtembu. The ball is recovered by Mr. Erasmus, playing Mr. Schmidt again, who's bounced the ball into the top right-hand corner. He does not need more than 2 chances to bury that ball into the top corner, now extending the Pretoria team side lead to 2 goals again, with the score sitting at 9-7. Great bounce shot there from Joshua Schmidt. And we are off once again here. The ball in possession of Mr. Lomax, being pressed here by Fairhurst. Fairhurst has played around his shoulder here and he's won the ball. Lomax is holding him. The ref's allowing him to continue. Lomax not too happy with that call from the referee. We have got Erasmus and Schmidt coming up hard here with Mr. Fairhurst. They have got the extra man. Fairhurst got the big balk, 1 big balk, 2 big balks, 3 balks, sinks the goalkeeper and puts it into the bottom left corner. The Pretoria side taking the lead now by 3 goals. Great goal there by Mr. Fairhurst. I believe that is his second goal of the game. 2 shots and 2 goals for Mr. Fairhurst in this game. Great conversion ratio. Of course, all statistics for this tournament are available on the Gauteng Water Polo app, brought to you by ItsHappening.Africa. We have got number 7 here in the pool, Tebogo Modise, marking the back now, going up against Mr. Jacques Erasmus. The ball on the left there to Andile Dlonwan. Getting a foul there outside the 6. Ball moves to the right hand side of Mr. Shapiro. Nick Poole showing his hands, almost winning a steal there, but the referee saying he's done enough here to get a foul. And we've had some great work on the right hand wing there from Mr. Elliott against Joshua Schmidt, being sent to the naughty corner for 20 seconds. The ball to the right wing there with Mr. Elliott, who slots that ball past Brent van Dyke to bring the score down, the score deficit down to 2 goals. The Pretoria side still in the lead, but the gap has gotten just that little bit smaller. Slow substitutions made there by the Soweto side. I think Reece Lomax just got out. He's only allowed to have a few seconds break there by his team. So he is back in the pool again, up against Mr. Nick Poole. The ball to the left-hand side there was Joshua Schmidt, playing Mr. Peering here on the perimeter, who's attacked his front water. Gary Prout on his back. He's made a lot of space for himself, but Mtembu has taken up so much space in that goal, made an absolute nuisance of himself in that goal. Gary Prout here earning the extra man against Ferdy Lowe, catching him out there. The the Soweto side, I beg your pardon, has called for a timeout here by coach Tamim Ravat. So let's see what the Soweto side can do with a structured man up in this attack. We have some great goal shooting presences here in the 6 that have been selected for the Soweto side to take on this man up. We have got on the left wing Mr. Gerasimov, on the left post we have got Mr. Rashidi, on the right post we've got Mr. Elliott, on the right wing we've got Lomax, on the right top point we've got there Shapiro, and on the top left point we have got Mr. Gary Prout, our top goal scorer for this fixture. Mtembu plays the ball there to Prout on the hand. The ball moves to Mr. Lomax on the right hand side, looking for a pass here, finding Shapiro. They're creating an extra space here on the left-hand post. Shapiro with 3 balks. They have freed up Mr. Rashidi on the post here. 1 big balk, but a huge block coming in there from Mr. Erasmus, keeping his close corner covered. We have got a ball back to the right wing there with Lomax, who has bounced the ball into the goal for yet another bounce shot goal for that young man. Well done to Mr. Lomax. I will give you an update on what his score tally is for this game in just a second. I believe that is his second goal of the game, along with 1 big block and a steal. That is a 66% conversion ratio from that young man. Some strong shooting shown by him. We have got the ball started off here from Mr. Badenhorst, playing the ball to Peering, back to Schmidt on the left-hand side. Shapiro playing the inside water there, almost winning the ball. Unfortunately, ref Steve Tudhope saying, no, you have impeded the man, so we're going to get a foul here in favor of Schmidt. The ball going in here to Ferdy Lowe. Back out to Schmidt here. He's got space, time and space, driving hard, setting up a chance for himself. He's attacked the front water and bounced the ball over the crossbar on the left-hand side. Unfortunately for Mr. Schmidt, we did see him rifle a bounce shot earlier into the top right-hand corner. The pass from Mtembu only finding the back of 30 low. Not that he knew much about it, but he felt the contact and swiped his arm. It managed to flick the ball over to the possession of Matthew Niza, winning the ball back here for the Pretoria Titans. Nick Poole here wanting to make a big balk. Unfortunately, a handling error coming in for that young man. So the Soweto side win possession. We have got a 1-goal deficit here. So every perfect touch, every mistake, every little action in this game still counts. Shapiro earning a foul on the right-hand side, looking for a long ball to the left wing there with Mr. Prout. Prout! That man can put them away from anywhere. That is his 5th goal of the game. Mr. Niza there almost making an interception. He did get fingers to it, but the ball still landed with Mr. Prout, who rolled his body position with the Cobra grip and somehow found the tiniest opening in the bottom left-hand corner there against Brent van Dijk in goal, leveling the scores here again to 10 goals apiece. The ball here to the right-hand side with number 6, Low. It's finding Niza on the left. Bardenos working very hard here against Elliott in the hole. Fairhurst trying to play a ball into the hole there, but it was a very loose pass that skimmed past. If that ball hadn't skimmed, it would have landed in the possession of Shapiro. It did skim and still landed in the possession of Reece Lomax. A loose pass there from that man. He is a quality player. He won't be too proud of that pass he has just made. Gerasimov and Lowe have exchanging some words here, laughing. Not sure if it's contact. Yeah, it looks like they're laughing. Some good banter here between the two players. We have got a number 4 against number 4 on the side there with Niza against Lomax. Rashidi being reversed here against Byron Rees-Gibbs. What a presence that man is at centre back. Fairhurst here looking to redeem himself with a hard drive up the right hand, up the centre of the pool here. Doctor here being excluded for swimming on the back here. We've got the ball here to Mr. Lowe. Fairhurst open in the middle and makes no mistake this time and puts that into the bottom left-hand corner. 3rd shot for Mr. Fairhurst, 3rd goal for Mr. Fairhurst. Pretoria Titans taking the lead now at the scores, sitting at 11 goals to 10. Mr. Lowe here walking past me with a big smile on his face. He had a big exchange going on there with Mr. Gerasimov, sharing some kind words with the referee on his way past. All smiles and laughs here at the Gauteng Invitational Water Polo Tournament. Ooh, unlucky there against Mr. Fairhurst, trying to steal the ball. Gary Proud reacting quickly and taking that front water from him with a lean shot, and Fairhurst responds very quickly, playing his arm. Of course, there is a defender in front of him, so that is not an exclusion or a kick-out. Ooh, we got a big tussle going on here between Mr. Prout and Fairhurst. The shot coming in there from Mr. Prout was saved by Mr. van Dijk quite comfortably in goals. A fetch coming in here from Fairhurst. He's got acres of space here, but he's opted to give the ball and cover here to make sure that we are playing man-on-man. Niza has attacked the open water. Some lazy defending coming in there from Mr. Shapiro. A ball teeing up Joshua Schmidt there on the left-hand side, but he's found the uprights. He is not too happy with himself there. Niza says, I'll do this myself. Comes up to his Kosi after one big balk and tries to beat Mr. Mtembu in goal, but he did not. He was not able to beat him there. I thought that was a save from the goalkeeper. Apparently it was a block from the referees, so the possession is in favor of the Soweto side here. A long pass up there, finding Mr. Lomax on the right-hand side from Mr. Prout. Opting to defend, to attack man down here on the Soweto side. We've got Elliott working very hard against Mr. Rees-Gibbs. Shapiro here looking to make a nuisance of himself against Schmitty. Schmitty almost climbing over his shoulder there and making a good steal. Rashidi and Fairhurst having a good exchange here. Shapiro trying to beat Schmitty there from the perimeter. A big block coming in from that young man. So he has kept his team in the lead. Van Dijk here looking for a pass. Byron Rees-Gibbs is going to cover the drop, the roach here in Kia Rashidi. Fairhurst has got the ball and he's played himself a little bit too far forward for his own liking, but he has responded very quickly and managed to turn Shapiro inside out there, showing him the entire St. David's perimeter of the pool. Playing Fairhurst again here. We can't give him too much space. He loves to slot them, and he has done it again. What a conversion ratio we are seeing from Mr. Fairhurst, rapidly approaching Gary Prout's goal tally of 5 goals here. Fairhurst grabbing his 4th goal of the game. He is loving those bottom corners. Mr. Fairhurst there, after putting away yet another goal for the Pretoria side, has asked for a break here for coach Mr. Matukan there, so he can have a little chance to catch his breath and then perhaps get in again and get some more goals for his team. Soweto side are implementing a goalkeeper substitution here. It looks like Mr. Mtembu is having a little limp. I'm not sure if that is a fresh thing or if that is a temperature thing or if it is an old thing. I am not sure what I have just missed here, but I can see that we have got a red card being shown to Mr. Shapiro. I don't know what he did, but he has been asked to leave the pool area. So the Soweto side are without one of their powerhouse players in Shapiro. Gary Prout here working hard on the second hole against Josh Schmidt, but he has been reversed by the referee. So there are 2 balls in play here, so Mr. Van Dijk has to throw one out before play may be resumed. Van Dijk giving an alley-oop pass here to Mr. Allen on the right-hand side, who's attacking the water. He's seen the open man on the left post, but that pass is a bit loose from Mr. Allen, but he is driving down onto the right-hand side. We have got Jakes Badenhorst up against Andile Tlonwan, but that ball has come into the second hole there with Mr. Niza up against Kia Rashidi. Kia Rashidi getting the better of him in that situation, and the Pretoria side now have got an extra man with Luke Allen here on the top, playing the ball to the left-hand side again. Allen on the top, finding Schmidty, and making no mistake this time is Joshua Schmidt slotting that ball into the bottom right-hand corner for his second goal of the game. The score standing at 13 goals to 10 in the third quarter here. We have got 51 seconds left on the clock. Of course, this is water polo, and as we saw earlier with our clash of titans between the OJ Eagles and the Sax men, that a goal difference of 5 or 6 goals can be overturned very, very quickly. So 3 goals here is 2 counterattacks, and all of a sudden, you know, anything can happen. So that game did end earlier at 14 goals apiece. If you did not catch it, I would highly recommend rewatching that on YouTube. What a brilliant fixture that was. We've got Mr. Pratt here working hard on the left wing, but we have got great awareness here from Mr. Allen to intercept that pass. Gary Prout not too happy, sharing words here with the referee. We've got Mr. Badenhorst on a counter-attack, but he's got his head underwater. His stroke there coming and making contact with the ball. So he has got the ball. He's looking to play. Sebastian Niza in the middle. Niza trying to play a pass over the top. He's recovered that ball, and it has landed in possession of Mr. Niza, who makes no mistake. Almost no defensive presence there for him. So if he had missed that, which a player of his caliber never would, but he would have been very upset with himself. So the Pretoria side extending their lead to 4 goals here. The absence of Jared Shapiro may be starting to be felt here for the Soweto side. Mr. Elliott is going into hole here. Lomax operating at the centre-back position. Finding number 12 there, Morgan Sebola. Moving the ball to Andile Tlonwana on the right-hand side. Trying to play second hole here for Max Gerasimov, but a hand shown there by Alexander Kulbrick. A long pass there from Max, trying to find Mr. Elliott. Ooh! A fumbling error there from Brent van Dijk on the final buzzer. Elliott responded so fast and put that into the goal, but the referees are calling that to be the end of the Chukka. No goal awarded there for the Soweto side. Massive uproar coming from their bench, but the score now sits here at 14 goals to 10 between the Pretoria Titans and the Soweto side. And with that, we come to the end of the third Chukka here, and we will see you again in the fourth Chukka. And we are back here in the fourth chaka of the fixture between the Pretoria Titans and the Soweto side on the third day of the second annual Gauteng Invitational Water Polo Tournament. This is our last fixture of the day. The Pretoria Titans currently sitting on a 4-goal lead here. The swim off there between Mr. Gerasimov and number 14, Mr. Kalbrick, is deemed a draw, so the ball went underwater. So what we're going to do is the referee is going to throw the ball up here, and we're going to have a little bit of a legs competition here. It's always good fun when we get to see this happen. So we're going to jump now and see who can win possession between Gerasimov and Kalbrick. And Mr. Kalbrick comes out on top and wins the first possession of the chukka for the Pretoria Titans. I do have an update for you on what happened with Mr. Shapiro. So there was apparently a drive. Shapiro told me he had his hands in the air, and he said to the ref, "Can you see that?" So the referee, not very happy with the chirps that were coming in there, so showed him a straight red card. A little inexperience coming in there from the youngster. Should not be talking to the referee at any point. But we have got a goal that has just occurred here. Ferdy Lowe working very hard in the hole against Mr. Elliott. Ball comes into the hole. He rocks off Mr. Elliott and looks for a finish. Holds the ball up and lobs it into the far corner, extending the Pretoria lead to 15 goals to 10. We've got the Saints boys, the old Saints boys, going at it again here with Mr. Lomax and Mr. Schmidt. The ball comes to the left-hand side here with Sibogo Modise, pressed by Mr. Allen. Allen drops back down here onto Andile Dlonwana. Gary Prout working very hard here against Mr. Collins, but that pass is a bit loose and lands in the possession of Brent van Dijk. The Pretoria goal remaining unchallenged. Van Dijk looking for some options here. Ferdy Lowe making a big fetch drive here on the right-hand side. A long pass coming in from that man. What an incredible pass that lands right in front of Mr. Lowe. He's looking for some options. Ronan Peering is calling for the ball here on the right post. He has fumbled the ball. He's leaned over to the left-hand side and slotted that past the goalkeeper. The Pretoria team extending their lead to 6 goals. The game may just be becoming out of the reach of the Soweto side. The absence of Shapiro being felt here by the Soweto side. But let's see, we have got some incredible goal scorers in the Soweto team, so anything is still possible. We still have 7 minutes of stop-start water polo, so anything is still on the cards. The ball has moved from Mr. Elliott to Mr. Modise on the left side. Collins showing hands, only one hand. If he had shown two, he maybe have one possession there. Foul awarded by referee Tado. Luke Allen being sent there to the naughty corner for playing over Mr. Rashidi's head. So we have got an extra man here for the Soweto side. Ball in possession of Gerasimov, playing Mr. Prout on the right-hand wing. Back to Gerasimov. First time shot, finding the top left-hand corner, beating goalkeeper Brent van Dijk there. So the score deficit is brought down to 5 goals. The Soweto side not laying down and giving up on this game. We still have a game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how the Pretoria side responds to the recent goal from Soweto. Referees telling the players to come back here to halfway so they can start the game off properly, making sure that we play at a high level of water polo here. We're not going to let our rules slip just because we are on our last fixture. Byron Rees-Gibbs opting to play himself. Finding Mr. Poole on the right fetch, pressurized by opposite number 6, Mr. Elliott. Rees-Gibbs looking to play Kalbrick there, who's turned Gary Prout, played himself, occupied the centre water, no pressure against him here. One big walk, composure from that young man, holding the ball in the air and putting it over the head of the goalkeeper, Mr. Ndaba. The Pretoria side responding immediately to that goal from Soweto, regaining their 6-goal lead here. The Soweto side also missing one of their great players here, Mr. Dr. Mkabela, with 3 majors earned in this game. We are going to see Lomax go up against Mr. Lowe here. We have got number 6, Elliott, working here to show Poole the pool area. That is a great play on words that we've got there. That is just the man's name. Elliott turning Poole, looking to drive to the second post. We've got some congestion coming in here from the Soweto side. The ball played from Gerasimov, looking for Elliott, and deemed to be holding there is number 8, Mr. Poole. So the Soweto side immediately responding to the goal deficit and earning themselves a penalty. Gary Prout telling their number 11, Mr. Rashidi, to go and take that penalty. Kia Rashidi, one of the Soweto side's great goal scorers for this tournament, yet to be on the score sheet for this game. I beg your pardon, the Soweto side here, Rashidi. A bounce shot going towards the left-hand corner is stopped from Brent van Dijk. You're not going to beat him from 5 meters with a shot like that. You're going to have to put a bit more effort in. Unfortunately, Rashidi does not get his name on the goal sheet just yet. But the Soweto side, of course, getting a 2 meter there, so they are allowed to attack again. Elliott making a hard drive into the hole. Lee Max fetching the ball here against Poole. Poole showing hands. Gary Prout afforded some space. Schmidt trying to close him down. Looking to the left wing here with Kia Rashidi. Quick ball into the hole here for Mr. Elliott. 30 low there. Not showing enough hands for the referee's liking. So he is sent to the sin bin. And we've got a ball here to Kia Rashidi. Given some space here for the extra man. Lomax on the ball. Looking to the right-hand side with Mr. Prout. And that ball found the hand of the threat in Mr. Jordan Elliott there from the UK, playing for the Soweto side at this tournament, who gets his second goal of this game, bringing the score deficit down to 5 goals. We have got 5 minutes, so that is completely attainable here for the Soweto side if they keep putting the effort in. We have got Mr. Niza back in here on the left-hand side. Niza and Schmidt being one of the dangerous combinations the Pretoria side has to field on the left-hand side of the pool. We have got Mr. Badenhorst, also their strong centre forward, and their incredible centre back in Byron Rees-Gibbs. We also have Mr. Luke Allen and Nicholas Poole on the right-hand side of the pool. Both of them incredible water polo players. Jakes Badenhorst making a big presence of himself in the hole, and a pass there from Mr. Luke Allen, finding the hand of Joshua Allen, who bounces, I beg your pardon, Joshua Schmidt, who finds the top left-hand corner with another bounce shot there, extending his goal-scoring tally to 3 goals here. Gary Prout here at centre-back going up against Mr. Badenhorst. Plays Mr. Lomax on the left perimeter, Allen pressurizing him. The ball to Glonwana on the right-hand side. Niza looking to cover the drive here by Mr. Prout. Glonwana given tons and tons of space. Soweto opting to play with the extra man here. Glonwana going to cover that chance there. So they're going to hold the ball here for a couple more seconds. Mr. Lomax looking for a half turn. Lomax looking to winning the foul, and Mr. Niza deemed to have played that ball too late after the foul. So he is sent to the naughty corner for 20 seconds. So the Soweto side has an extra man here. Reese Lomax looks to take the chance himself and bounces that over the crossbar on the left-hand side of the goal. So the score stays at 18 goals to 12 here. 6-goal deficit with 5 goals remaining. Joshua Schmidt finding Mr. Nicholas Poole on the right-hand side here. He has got a pinpoint shot. He has taken one ball and only passed that ball into the hand of Mr. Tembo Mtembu. Quite surprising he opted for a lob there. I would have thought he would have gone for one of his incredible sniper rifle shots into one of the top corners. But of course, he made his choice in the pool, seeing what he sees, maybe not coming off the way he would have hoped it would have. Mr. Gerasimov recovering a loose pass there from Mr. Prout, fouled by Schmidt inside the 6 meter. Gerasimov playing himself, looking for options. Reese Gibbs closing there, making sure we've got no pass into the hole there with Kia Rashidi. Gary Prout outside of 6. Earning a foul and bouncing that into the top right-hand corner. This man just can't stop scoring. The 6th goal of the game for Mr. Prout here, making himself the leading goal scorer in this game, followed closely by Mr. Fairhurst on 4 goals. With that, the score sits at 18 goals to 13 in favor of the Pretoria Titans against the Soweto side. We still have 4 minutes 30 left of the last quarter here, so anything can still happen. Jakes Badenhorst giving the ball back to Byron Rees-Gibbs. Playing Fairhurst on the right-hand side. Back to Rees-Gibbs. Peering open on the left wing there, calling for it. Schmidt initiates a drive on the left-hand side there, turning Kia Rashidi. Peering, attacking the 2 meter, looking for the left-handed centre forward there, and Jakes Badenhorst, but unfortunately great defence there from the Soweto side to not let that man get all the weight he has to put behind that shot. So the Soweto side recovers the ball here. A long pass coming from Tembo Mtembu. What an incredible pass. That skims off Kia Rashidi's head, but Byron Rees-Gibbs responds so fast and wins possession back for the Pretoria side, keeping them with a 5-goal lead in this last chukka. Reese Gibbs playing Fairhurst here on the right-hand side. To Joshua Schmidt on the left. Gary Proud applying very intense pressure there to Mr. Schmidt. Schmidt plays himself, plays Peering on the left wing up against Elliott. Foul earned. Finds Fairhurst on the top. This man is a prolific goal shooter. Onto the right wing there against Mr. Peering. Reversal called in the hole there. I'm not sure if it was against Collins or if it was against Badenhorst. A loose pass there looking for Mr. Lomax, recovered by Mr. Fairhurst. And we have got Collins here working very hard. A loose pass into the hole there. So we have got a ball recovery there from, I believe that is Mr. Modise. And Soweto come away with the ball. 3 minutes left on the clock. 5 goals down on the Soweto side. Elliott here, the man with an absolute rifle from the UK, holding the ball here, looking to see if he can set up any of his players. He finds Mr. Modise, the man who made the intercept, open here. And his shot is a soft one that lands in the possession of Mr. Van Dijk. Timeout called here by the Pretoria side. The Pretoria side having a little team talk here. Joshua Schmidt representing his iconic mullet and mustache combination. The Pretoria side panting and panting here. This 33-meter pool is no joke, especially when you are playing 4 minutes stop-start water polo at South African Premier League polo. This is an intense workout. If you have not played water polo before, you have absolutely no idea how tiring this sport is, but how exciting is the sport. You have 30 seconds to go up and down the pool and create your chance. Mr. Van Dijk here resuming play for the Pretoria side, finding Fairhurst, moving the ball to the left hand side with one of the Niza brothers. Fairhurst finding Collins, back to Fairhurst. We've got a big block coming in there from Gerasimov, finding number 2, Mr. Allen, giving himself a little pop pass, another block, a loose pass into the hole there, looking for Mr. Badenhorst. But that ball only finding the defensive hand of Mr. Elliott. What a combination of a pass that is there from Mr. Elliott, finding the front water for Gary Prout, who's turned back around and gone for a back shot there. He has not found the target, unfortunately not able to extend his goal scoring tally to 7 goals for this game. This man is unreal. And we have got Mr. Gerasimov coming up here on the left hand side to resume play for the Soweto side. He plays himself. We have got 2.5 minutes left here with a 5-goal deficit. The odds of the Soweto side coming back here getting smaller and smaller as time goes by. Reese Lomax resuming play here with a flick of the fringe, playing the ball into the hole. Mr. Elliott earning the extra man against Mr. Peering. Soweto here have an extra man. Elliott regathering the ball. And play resumes here. Mr. Dlonwana on the right wing. A loose pass there to Lomax, but no response from the Pretoria side to intercept that. Gerasimov looking for a long pass over to the right wing, who is looking for a quick pass to Mr. Elliott on the post. But the man, Mr. Collins, is defensively sharp and makes an interception there and makes sure the Pretoria side do not decrease their lead here. A long pass there from Mr. Van Dijk, finding the water in front of Mr. Poole. He went for a lob last time he was in this position, and he's not going to do that again. He says, I'm going straight over this goalkeeper's head. Krispy Kreme should sponsor me because I am giving out free donuts here at the Gauteng Invitational Water Polo Tournament. That is, I believe, Nicholas Poole's first goal of the game. The score stands at 19 goals to 13 in favor of the Pretoria side here, with just under 2 minutes to go, 1 minute 48 seconds to be exact. Gary Prout driving up the right-hand side of the pool against Mr. Lowe. Lomax. Rashidi. Working hard in the hole here, turning the centre-back, Mr. Collins, and winning himself a penalty. Great work there from Mr. Rashidi. Soweto are simply not laying down here. Mr. Lomax up here to take a penalty. Lomax on 2 goals, 2 blocks, and 1 steal. What a performance from this Saints alumni boy. Let's see if he can increase his goal-scoring tally. And he has not. Brent van Dijk baiting him for a right-hand shot there, lying on his side. Brent van Dijk making a big presence of himself and getting 2 hands to that penalty. Reece Lomax not too chuffed with himself there, but this is the sport and this is what happens. Mr. Poole fetching the ball on the right-hand side, finding Mr. Allen, looking to feed Fairhurst, instead finding Mr. Lowe in hole there, up against Mr. Elliott. That shot finding the arm of Mr. Ndaba. The clock sits at 1 minute and 12 seconds in the fourth quarter here. Gary Pratt in possession of the ball, telling his team to slow down. I believe it is now too far out of reach for the Soweto side to bring this back. So this looks to be a win in favor of the Pretoria Titans side. And Mr. Fairhurst winning the ball there off Mr. Pratt. And Mr. Pratt holding him back and Fairhurst winning the exclusion. So the Pretoria side is now man up. Gary Pratt makes his way slowly to the corner. What a game that man has had. 6 goals, 2 exclusions and a steal. Unreal from that young man. Nick Poole, the man with a sniper rifle on him, 2 big balks, and he's going to fire that at the left-hand corner. Perhaps he could have played that ball around, make that defense work a bit more, but he has only found the bottom left-hand corner upright. Timeout called here by coach Mr. Ravat for the Soweto side. 29 seconds left on the clock, so this is very well going to be the last full attack of the game. If you are wondering how I am able to keep up with the statistics for this game, that is because I am using the Gauteng water polo app while watching this game and commentating. The application here has got live statistics on goals, steals, blocks, kickouts, conversion rates, and the rest. Please download the app. The stats and coverage brought to you by ItsHappening.Africa. What unreal coverage we are getting here. Of course, the pool standings, goal scorers, all games, all results, all also available on the GWP. That is Gauteng Water Polo GWP, available on both Apple and Android app stores. We are in the last 30 seconds of the last fixture of the second annual Gauteng Invitational Water Polo Tournament hosted here at St. David's, Marist Nanda. Mr. Ndaba looking for some options here. We have got 25 seconds left on the clock, only 17 seconds left in possession for the Soweto side. Ndaba not wanting to give the ball to anyone, looking for a long pass there, only finding the hand of Mr. Allen. We've got a hard drive coming up the middle of the pool here. Number 3 there, Mr. Zwane excluded. We've got Mr. Kulbrick on the left-hand side there, coming up with Mr. Lowe. Mr. Lowe, if he's playing good polo, should move the ball to the left there. And Mr. Kulbrick can swim this ball into the goal here. So with 3 seconds left on the clock, the Pretoria Titans extend their lead to 20 goals to 13, cementing the result here of this fixture in their favor. We are probably going to have one long-range attempt left in this game. I cannot see Mr. Gary Prout in the pool, so this ball is probably going to land in the possession of Mr. Elliott to take the long shot. Mr. Lomax playing himself here, looking for some legs and a long shot that was thrown almost into another province, unfortunately. So with that, we come to the end of this day 3 of fixtures here at the Gauteng Water Polo Invitational, with the score ending 20 goals to the Pretoria Titans and 13 goals for the Soweto side. What a great day of water polo we got to see today. If you missed any games, please catch the full replay there on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Blaine Spitzold. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here with us today. We will see you again tomorrow for day 4 of the Gauteng Invitational Water Polo. Tomorrow is the start of playoffs, so do not miss any of this. We will see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. With that, we are done for the day.